Hello and welcome to another Rixtech tutorial. Today we are going to install Linux Ubuntu Bash on Windows 10. This is a Linux subsystem of Windows which allows you to run Ubuntu Linux Bash shell as well as the native Linux programs along with it. This is basically the same thing as Wine for Linux. In this video we're going to install Linux Bash. Then just like any other Linux installation, we'll update the files. And lastly, we'll use it to SSH into another box. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, first thing you want to do is right click on the Start button and choose Programs and Features. Click on Turn Windows Features on or off. In the box that pops up, scroll down and towards the bottom you'll see Windows Subsystem for Linux Beta. Select it and click OK. You're going to have to reboot. Once you reboot, we'll continue. Okay, so after you reboot, click on the Start button, type POW, and up at the top you'll see Windows PowerShell. Right-click that, choose Run as Administrator. At the command prompt, type BASH and hit Enter. Type Y and then hit Enter again. This process may take a while depending on the speed of your computer, so be patient. So when the installation is complete, it will ask you for a new Unix username. Enter any username you want. This has nothing to do with your Windows login information. So now type your password. Remember, passwords are invisible in Linux, so don't think something's going wrong. And type your password again. And the installation completes. And that is it. So the next step is to update the files that we just installed. At the prompt, type sudo space apt-get space update. Never mind the unable to resolve host error there. Type in your password that you entered when you set up Bash. And this may take a minute or two. Just be a little bit patient. Next, we are going to upgrade the files that were there. First we updated, now we're going to upgrade. So type sudo space apt-get space upgrade. Hit enter, type Y, and then hit enter again. And this may take a few minutes, so be patient. So once that's done updating, you're ready to start using Bash. Next, you're going to type sudo space apt-get install SSH. Hit enter. And now you have SSH installed. You may notice that I typed the clear command. Just an FYI, it just clears the screen so that it's easier to focus on what you're doing. So now that we have Bash installed and SSH installed, let's use SSH to connect to another computer on the network. You can use this to replace PuTTY if you want to. So type SSH, and then the login that I'm using is Rixit and the IP address or name that you want to of the computer you're connecting to. The first time you connect to any computer on the network, if you haven't set up any security there, it's not going to know the fingerprint. It's just going to ask you if you want to continue or not. Type in yes and hit enter. Next, type in the password. Keep in mind this is the password for the box you're connecting to, not the current Bash session that you're on. And once you do that, you are now connected to the other box using SSH through the Bash shell that you just installed on the Linux subsystem in Windows 10. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot.